Which foods have literally been used as money? Start here. In a temperature-controlled vault in Reggio Emilia, Italy, a bank stores around 400,000 wheels of Parmesan cheese, worth about 325 million euros. The bank treats that cheese like gold bars. Since 1953, a farmer can hand over wheels of Parmigiano Reggiano and walk out with a real cash loan. And cheese is not alone. Salt paid the ancient world. Pressed tea bought war horses in Tibet. For most of history, your wallet could be edible. This is food for thought. Look at your paycheck. The word salary comes from the Latin salarium, and salarium comes from sal, the Latin word for salt. The Roman writer Pliny the Elder wrote about this around the year 77 in Book 31 of his Natural History. He said salt earned a place in public office and army pay, and that this is where the word salary came from. Historians still argue about the exact arrangement. What is not in doubt is that raw salt worked as spendable money. In Ethiopia, people cut salt into bars called amole, dug from the Taltal Flats in the Afar Desert. You could buy grain, buy cloth, even pay your taxes with them. In 1903, the Ethiopian government collected salt bars worth 907,000 birr. That was about 27% of its entire tax income. Salt was not just on the table, it was the cash. Back to that cheese vault. The bank is called Credito Emiliano, or Credem, in northern Italy. Each wheel of Parmigiano Reggiano weighs about 40 kilograms and needs at least a year to age, often 2 or 3. And that aging is the whole problem. A small dairy has money locked up in cheese it cannot sell yet. So in 1953, Credem started taking the young wheels as collateral. The bank ages them in its own vault and lends the dairy up to 80% of their value. One wheel can sell for $900 to $2,500, and the vault holds more than 400,000 of them. If the dairy cannot repay, the bank simply sells the wheels. And the idea reaches well beyond Credem. Italy's oldest dairy, founded in 1784, borrowed 10 million euros against wheels aging in its own warehouse. It is the only collateral you can grate onto your pasta. Now the strangest one. For centuries, blocks of tea were hard cash across Tibet, Mongolia, and Siberia. Tea leaves were steamed and pressed into solid bricks, then scored with lines so you could snap off a piece to make change, like a chocolate bar. The best bricks came from Ya'an in Sichuan, China, and traveled a mountain route called the Tea Horse Road all the way to Lhasa. The price was set by the state. Starting in 1074, a Chinese agency traded roughly 130 pounds of brick tea for a single war horse. In Tibet, a common brick was worth 8 silver coins called tanka. And this was not ancient history. In Siberia, people still spent tea bricks as money right up until World War II. When you were hungry or freezing, you could brew your money and drink it. So money was never only coins and paper. It was whatever people trusted and everybody needed. Salt you could not cook or survive without. Cheese that only grows more valuable with age. Tea you could drink in a blizzard. Real wealth sitting in a cellar or a saddlebag. And a bank in Italy is still betting on it today. New food history every week.